Yep.
Okay. Well, let's see. Let's see if it goes on now.
All right. I'll start here until you guys go on. Just start it with a fresh ending.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that it is. Okay, yeah, we're good. No, that's a Royal Seiko live stream.
So you can keep that. I don't mind, Jonathan.
Yeah.
You have access to that, so if you ever need it,
Yeah.
you know. I just have to give you passcode.
Yeah. Oh, perfect. There we go. Oh, thank goodness. I'll start fresh.
Maybe didn't you already have, I don't know, the configurations, I don't
Did
know,
you get-
paired together or something
Maybe
like that?
sign into a streaming account on like.
Yeah, I don't know.
Make sure you
I
plug
don't know if
everything
they're
in.
standard or something.
It's the first time it happened like all last season.
You know, it's a possibility, Dave, because the other one has a live stream. The other one has the live.
It's the mic. The microphone's not connected though. Oh, it's because of this. Hello, everyone, and welcome out to Irvine, California. My name is Jonathan Ortiz, and we do sincerely apologize for the inconvenience. We did have a delay to our broadcast. Nonetheless, you have joined us right in the middle of the action. Bottom half of the first inning, the OC Riptide have the bases loaded with one man down as Andre Antone digs in. On the mound today for the Arroyo Seco Saints, Grant Young. He's a left-handed pitcher, 185 pounds, 6 feet tall. He is also a junior. We have a meeting on the mound. We'll go ahead and give you a recap of the ball game up to this point. So during the top half of the first inning, the pitcher on the mound for the Riptide, Tanner King, got Justin Watari to strike out, Morgan Allen to ground out to first, and Nolan Tressler to strike out as well. During this half inning in the bottom of the first, Connor Obi singled, stole 2 bases to advance him all the way to third. Carson Matthews came up to fly out towards center. Dylan Rock reached on a walk and stolen base, which gave the Riptide runners on third and second. And as you just saw now, Caleb Denny walked, bringing up Andre Antone with the bases loaded. First time all season, we get a look at Antone here at Irvine, California. 2 no balls and 1 strike, 1 man down. Beautiful setting for a baseball game. Not a cloud in the sky. Warm temperatures. The left-hander delivers. That's ripped out towards left center field. It'll split the gap and he'll score 2. 2 RBI single off the bat of Andre Antone. 2-0 ball game here in the bottom half of the first inning.
Now batting from Notre Dame, number 11, Daniel Jones.
Daniel Jung digs in now. Has Denny leading off a third, Antone leading off a second. Connor Aoki awaits on deck. Once again, we do sincerely apologize for the technical difficulties we encountered prior to the game. Pitch is swung on and missed. It's 0-1. The Orange County Riptide and the Arroyo Seco Saints. Orange County is 1-3 in conference play. They dropped a close 5-4 ball game yesterday against the Academy Barons. It's a chopper coming back towards the mound. Tanner King will play it himself, throw over towards first.
Now batting from Binghamton, number 19, Connor Aoki.
Connor Aoki digs in now. Since the last time we saw him, he has homered twice. So definitely a power bat in the middle of the lineup that the Riptide enjoy having. 2-0 ball game here in the bottom half of the first inning. 2 men down. It's a lefty on righty matchup. Once again, Grant Young on the mound for the Arroyo Seco Saints. Pitch just swung on and missed. 2-1. We'll go ahead and give you more information in regards to the defensive positioning and the lineups as a whole next inning. Aoki at the plate. Joshua Solomon awaits on deck. Young gets the sign. Delivers the 0-1 pitch. It's called a strike. It's now 0-2. The outfield playing at a normal depth. Young sets. Delivers the 0-2. Ripped out towards left field. And it looks like the left fielder, as a matter of fact, does not have a good route towards the ball. He lost it in the sun. He tried to make a diving catch but came up empty. So score that one a 2 RBI double for Connor Aoki.
Now batting from Columbia, number 4, Josh Solomon.
Morgan Allen stuck his glove in the air, and for a split second, he thought it was a routine fly ball, though I did think it was hit deeper than the way Allen was playing it, but then you went ahead and realized as he was backpedaling and ultimately running back that he had no idea what that ball was. Only a few inches away, nonetheless, he could have made a diving catch, just came up empty. So the Riptide definitely catch a break here during the bottom half of the first inning, leading 4-0. It's Joshua Solomon at the plate now. Blake Evans awaits on deck. Aoki leads off a second. He reached on a double. No contact was made with the ball in regards to Morgan Allen's play. Therefore, he scored that a hit. Pitch is fouled away. It's now 0-1. 0-2. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Way outside, a ball and 2 strikes. Three hits this half inning for the Riptide. There goes the runner. Throw down towards third base. The tag is applied at the foot of Connor Aoki, but he's caught safe. I'll tell you, Clemente Bonilla has a very, very, very aggressive running game. That is, I believe, 4 stolen bases this half inning alone. My goodness. And not to mention that Connor Aoki is a catcher. And you never see catchers run, especially trying to take third. As a matter of fact, that is the first time, as a fan of baseball as a whole, that I see a catcher steal third base. Three balls and 2 strikes to Joshua Solomon. Young has already surrendered 4 runs this half inning, trying to contain it there as the pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. Busy inning for the Orange County Riptide as we head towards the top half of the second. They lead 4-0.
Number 16, Luke Lipsius.
Luke Lipsius leads things off here during the top half of the second inning. Let's go ahead and take a look at the starting lineup for the Arroyo Seco Saints. Leading things off, just 1 second, I want to go ahead and have a better idea of this because I was in a rush part of the game and my writing is not all too legible, if I'm going to be honest with you. Here we go. Better look at it now. That was Justin Watari leading things off, hitting second Morgan Allen. Hitting third, Nolan Tressler. Hitting cleanup, Luke Lipsius. Hitting fifth, Charlie Harrigan. Hitting sixth, Nicholas Pagan. Hitting seventh, Thomas McCarthy. Hitting eighth, Oscar Serratos. Hitting ninth, Drew Kelly. And on the mound, of course, for the Arroyo Seco Saints, that's Grant Young. Defensively for the Orange County Riptide, that's foul towards the left side and out of play. Caleb Denny at first base, Blake Evans at second, at shortstop Carson Matthews. At third base, Andre Anton. In left field, Daniel Chung. In center, Connor Roby. In right field, Dylan Rock. Behind the plate, Connor Aoki. And on the mound, Tanner King. A little bit more on Tanner King. He's out of Canyon, Texas. He also attended Canyon High School. Left-hander delivers on the outer half and misses. He's also out of Seward County Community College in Kansas. Pitches outside and it misses for ball 4.
Now batting, number 10, Charlie Harrigan.
His senior year in high school, he posted a 7-1 record with a 2.16 ERA and 80 strikeouts, including 5 complete games. And get this, his senior year as well, he hit .400 with 1 home run and 26 RBIs. He's a business administration major. Charlie Harrigan now at the plate. Luke Lipsius leads off a first throw back over. Tag applied, but not in time. Nicholas Pagano waits on deck. In the hole, Thomas McCarthy. Once again, a beautiful setting for a baseball game. Busy day out here in Irvine. A lot of youth games being played on the 3 fields above the stadium. No balls and 2 strikes here to Charlie Harrigan. Throw back over towards first. Lipsius with a good-sized lead. As I mentioned, Clemente Bonilla very aggressive on the base paths. Pitch is in the dirt. Bounced in front of home plate. Total of 4 stolen bases during the bottom half of the first inning for the Riptide. One of those stolen bases, Connor Aoki still third. Still pondering over that. It's a ball and 2 strikes to count here to Charlie Harrigan. King takes a peek towards first, settles back in. Right-hander delivers, pitch is chopped, foul. Harrigan at the plate is a junior. There goes the runner as the pitch is fouled towards the left side. He's 6 feet tall, 200 pounds. Played 2 full seasons at Heartland Community College. He attended Lyons Township High School. Currently at Miami University. Had a .261 batting average in 2019. 1 ball and 2 strikes to him. There goes the runner. The pitch is fouled off. We'll go ahead and reset. King gets the sign. We'll do it again at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Chop towards the right side. The first baseman steps on the back. He'll throw towards second. The tag is not applied in time. We're not on the play.
Now batting, number 34, Nicholas Pagan.
Nicholas Pagan steps in. He's out of Redlands East Valley High School in Redlands, California. He swings and comes up empty. It's 0-1. Hit .302 last season with 22 RBIs. Lipsius leads off a second. It's a 4-0 ball game here in the top half of the second inning. 1 man down. The Arroyo Seco Saints and the Orange County Riptide squaring off for the first time this season. Pitch is on the inner half. It's called a strike. Fairly lenient call, but we'll take it anyway. It's now 1-2. Thomas McCarthy awaits on deck. King with 2 strikeouts in the ballgame thus far, looking for number 3. Instead, it's a chopper towards the left side. He'll cut it off himself, throw over towards first. It brought Caleb Denny off the bag, and he applied the tag down the line. Well, more so than applying the tag, it was a collision, but the concept is the same. The out is recorded indeed.
Now batting, number 33, Thomas McCarthy.
Thomas McCarthy digs in now. He's out of the University of San Francisco. Check swing, he did. Gil says the home plate umpire. He's out of Burlingame, California. Attended Sarah High School. In high school, he hit over .320 in his 2 varsity seasons. He also played 2 years of football. Hit .256 for San Francisco last season. It's 2 balls and 1 strike to him. Pitch is called a strike. It's 2-2. Tanner King doing a nice job early on here in the ballgame, locating his pitches on the edges. Here's the 2-2. A rip towards the right side. It'll be trouble. The right fielder with a diving attempt, but the first base umpire says that he trapped it. That's an RBI single off the bat of Thomas McCarthy. 4-1 ball game here in the top of the second.
Now batting number 3, Oscar Serratos.
Oscar Serratos digs in. First pitch swinging, he comes up empty. It's 0-1. As I mentioned earlier, the Riptide coming into the ballgame with a 1-2 conference record. The Royal Sickle Saints, on the other hand, are 2-1. Since there are not too many teams in the league, I can go ahead and give you a recap of the standings as a whole. The Academy Barons are sitting at the top with a 1-0 record, followed by the Arroyo Seco Saints, who are sitting at 2-1. The Conejo Oaks are at 1-1. The Riptide are at 1-2, and the Slow Blues are at 1-2 as well. Pitch is tipped. The Santa Barbara Foresters have yet to engage in conference play. Thomas McCarthy leads off at first. It's a 4-1 ball game here in the top of the second inning. It's been a slow inning. There goes the runner. Throw down to second is a good one. Tag applied at the foot. No problem at all. Connor Aoki, where does he think he's going, huh? Nowhere, especially when you're behind the plate. We head to the bottom half of the second inning, 4-1 Riptide. Out of Georgia Southern University, we have Blake Evans at the plate. We had a few players on last year's roster that were out of Georgia Southern. One that I remember off the top of my head is Mason McWhorter. Big power bat in the lineup for the Riptide. I remember a game in particular versus the Academy Barons where he hit 2 home runs in 1 inning. One of those home runs being a grand slam. Connor Robio waits on deck. Carson Matthews in the hole. If anyone gets on, Dylan Rock. Once again, 4-1 ball game here in the bottom half of the second inning. If you are just joining us, we apologize for the delay in the broadcast. We were up and rolling during the bottom half of the first, and I told you I'd go ahead and give you a recap of the lineup as well as the defensive positioning, so let's get into that. Connor Roby led things off for the Riptide, hitting second Carson Matthews, hitting third Dylan Rock, hitting cleanup Caleb Denny, hitting fifth Andre Anton, hitting sixth Daniel Jung, hitting seventh Connor Aoki, hitting eighth Joshua Solomon, and hitting ninth, and at the plate right now, Blake Evans. Defensively for the Arroyo Seco Saints, that's Luke Lipsius at first base, Justin Watari at second, Oscar Cerrados at shortstop, Drew Coley at third, Morgan Allen in left field, Nolan Tressler in center, and Charlie Harrigan in right field. Behind the plate, Thomas McCarthy. On the mound, Grant Young. The left-hander delivers that off the end of the bat towards the left side, and it'll go out of play. Pitch to Evans is hit up the middle, but right towards the center fielder, Nolan Tressler, for the first out of the inning.
Now batting from UT Arlington, number 2, Connor Obi.
From the University of Texas, Arlington, Connor Obi digs in. He's 5'11", 195 pounds. Out of Falmouth, Maine. Also attended Falmouth High School. That's ripped out towards left field. Going back, Morgan Allen at the track, and he'll play it off the fence. On his way towards second with a stand-up double is Connor Obi. Second hit of the ball game for Obi. And I'll bet all the money in my wallet, which is nothing, but I'll still bet it, that Connor Obi will go ahead and take third. Especially with the way things were unraveling during the bottom half of the first inning. Obi has tremendous speed. He will be the leadoff hitter this season for the Riptide. Carson Matthews digs in now. He's 0 for 1. He flew out towards center field his first time up. The left-hander delivers outside and in the dirt. It's 1 ball and no strikes. We do appreciate all of you tuning in for today's broadcast. Jonathan Ortiz behind the mic here for the Orange County Riptide. I like to make this an interactive broadcast for sure, so go ahead and drop something down in the chat section. Tell me where you're watching from. If you have some questions, shoot them at me. Left-hander delivers inside. It's a ball. It's now 2-0. We'll also go ahead and do some trivia later on in the ball game. We'll make it interactive in that way as well. 2 balls and no strikes now to Carson Matthews. Dylan Rock awaits on deck. The Riptide scored 4 during the bottom half of the first inning. Grant Young takes a peek towards second. That's foul towards the left side and out of play. Five base runners during the bottom half of the first for the Riptide. Two of those base runners came off of walks. The other 3 off a pair of singles and a double. Time is called at the plate. Young looks down the barrel to get a sign. Delivers the pitch. Swung on and missed. Count is even at 2-2. Matthews is hitting .238 this season for the Riptide. Pitch runs inside, skips away from the catcher far enough for the runner to advance. Sir Connor Obi, instead of having to steal third, is actually given it. The stats for the players as members of the Riptide do also include non-conference matchups as well. Ground ball towards the left side. The third baseman took a look home and said he'll go over towards first base. And quite frankly, Drew Coley had a very good opportunity to nab Connor Obi coming down the line. Not sure why he hesitated and ultimately decided to go to first.
Number 22, Dylan Rock.
But Carson Matthews and the Riptide will take it. Pitch runs inside for a ball. I don't know, pitch is fouled back towards the netting. The 1-1 pitch on the outer half. Five to 1 ball game here in the bottom half of the second inning. The Riptide are looking to improve to 500 on the season. That's hit right on the money towards shortstop, and it was hit so hard that it actually hit off the glove of Oscar Shirado, so the play should have been made. Therefore, we'll call it an error.
Now batting from Arkansas, number 14, Caleb Denny.
Well, check that. You know, that's what I get for trying to be too fancy. They're actually going to score to hit. I thought it was an error. But I don't have the brains to the man like the man to my left, man. These guys really know what they're talking about. I'll tell you this one. Especially the one towards the far left sitting next to the glass. This kid is absolutely majestic. He's made my life so easy here with the Riptide. I'll go ahead and give you his Instagram so you can follow him. That's a chopper, a big one towards the right side. The second baseman who was drifted that way because of the runner who was taking off makes the play. His name is Ryan Ferron. You can follow him at Ryan Ferron on Instagram. I'm telling you, he is a Bible of baseball. He's a cool dude, sure. And we'll go ahead and head to the top half of the third inning. 5-1 Riptide. Pitch is hit up the middle. The shortstop is there. Throw over to first base. Carson Matthews with an attempt, but Caleb Denny was not able to dig that one out of the dirt. Score that one an error. Error charge there to Carson Matthews.
Now batting, number 21, Drew Cowley.
Drew Coley digs in. So lefty on righty matchup. Pitch misses for a ball, 1-0. Throw over towards first. Not in time. Drew Coley's out of Cal Poly Pomona. Also out of Upland, California. He attended Upland High School. Played 22 games as a senior in high school where he hit .355. Collected 13 RBIs and 2 home runs. We'll take a look at his stats for 2019 with Cal Poly. Hit .235 on the season there. Throw back over to first once again. 2 balls and no strikes to Coley at the plate. Justin Watario waits on deck. 5-1 ball game, top half of the third inning. The Riptide and the Arroyo Seco Saints. Arroyo Seco 2-1. The Riptide 1-2. Slapped foul towards the right side. Slight breeze blowing out towards right field once again. A beautiful day for baseball. Clear skies. Nice temperature. Tanner King delivers a 2-2 pitch. There's a runner. Pitch is poked foul towards the left side. They always get excited on stolen base attempts against Connor Aoki. He's got a good cannon behind the plate. Luis Ramirez warming up in the Arroyo Seco bullpen. No action in the bullpen for the Riptide. We're only in the top half of the third. Throw back over towards first base. So due to all the attempts by Tanner King on the mound, you can definitely go ahead and speculate that he likes to keep the runners close, and he'll throw as many throws as he has to towards first to induce that. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That's foul towards the left side once again. We're running out of money here. These foul balls cost something, so if you're here at the stadium for some reason watching the broadcast, go ahead and grab one of those and we'll give you something. We'll do it again. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Throw back over to first. Not in time. Again, the Riptide coming off a tough 5-4 loss against the Academy Barons yesterday. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That's in the dirt. 3 balls and 2 strikes. King on the mound has walked 1 this ball game. Has a runner in Cerratos at first. There he goes. Pitch is flied out towards the left field. It'll go out of play. Another foul ball. Cerratos on first. Reached on a throwing error by the shortstop Carson Matthews. It's a full count. Tanner King delivers towards the left side, a backhanded stop, and he'll actually have that get past him. Andre Anton, I'd like to see how they're going to score that one. They're going to score it an error. Quite frankly, I thought like that one looked more as a hit. It's going to go as a hit, yeah. Yeah, frankly, I thought that one looked more like a hit than the play involving Carson Matthews. So I think that's definitely a fair choice for our third baseman. Justin Watari digs in with runners on first and second. Takes the pitch on the outer half for a ball. It's 1-0. Morgan Allen awaits on deck. King steps off the rubber. So now you even had a ball on the strike. The pitch to Watari is slapped foul. Watari is out of the University of New Mexico. He's 5'6", 158 pounds. He's out of Roseville, California. In 2018, he hit .328 for the Lobos, or actually .321, pardon me. In 2019, he hit .313. So in 3 years at the University of New Mexico, he's posted a .307 batting average. It's only one home run, 51 RBIs. 2 balls and 2 strikes. No men down this half inning for the Arroyo Seco Saints. Cerratos leads off a second. Drew Coley leads off a first. Cerratos reached on an error. Coley singled. It's a full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. The biggest pitch of the ball game thus far for Tanner King on the mound. Morgan Allen awaits on deck. 5-1 here in the top half of the third inning. The right-hander delivers the pitch, slicing down the line and out of play. Tanner King on the mound out of Seward County Community College. The full count pitch, swung on and missed for strike 3. Third strikeout of the ball game for King on the mound, and it's a big one for him.
Now batting, number 20, Morgan Allen.
Morgan Allen digs in now. He grounded towards first his first time up. That was an unproductive last at bat for Justin Watari at the plate. He would have at least liked to go ahead and advance the runners as the pitch is swung on and missed. It's 0-1. Five hits, 5 runs for the Riptide. 2 hits, 1 run for the Saints. King steps off the rubber. We'll get you an update on Tanner King's pitch count shortly. It's currently at 61. The 0-1 pitch swung on and missed. It's now no balls and 2 strikes. The 0-2. Slider on the outer half off the plate. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes now the count for Morgan Allen at the plate. If you have an opportunity to make it out to Orange County Great Park Stadium, I strongly encourage you to do so. Wonderful facility here in Irvine, California. 1 ball and 2 strikes. King takes a peek towards second, settles back in. Delivers a ball in the dirt. The count is even at 2. Undoubtedly a slow pace to today's ball game. A lot of time being taken by both pitchers on the mound, especially with all the stolen base attempts we've seen throughout the ball game. It's surely justified. That slide towards the right side, it's going to drop in for a base hit. The runner rounds third. He's on his way home. The throw is off the line. It's a 5-2 ball game after an RBI single from the bat of Morgan Allen.
Now batting, number 37, Nolan Tresler.
The ball was hit hard, so I was not sure whether or not they would go ahead and send Cerratos. Nonetheless, they did, and it worked out perfectly for them. We'll have a meeting on the mound, and we'll take a short break.
In a second.
Yeah, that was my plan.
Nolan Tresler digs in now for the Saints. Runners on first and second. 5-2 ball game here during the top half of the 3rd inning. Justin Lewis, the left-hander, warming up in the bullpen for the Riptide. Pitch falls below the knees for a ball. Nolan Tresler out of Georgia Southern University. It's 3 balls and no strikes. Tressler is a management major. He's out of Canton, Georgia. It's 3 balls and no strikes. Pitch is on the inner half. It's now 3-1. King delivers. Pitch is tipped foul. The count is full 3-2. Coley leading off a second. Morgan Allen leading off a first. Coley reached on a single. Allen reached on an RBI single himself. The full count pitch. Hit towards the right side. The second baseman plays it on a hop. He flips a second for one. On to first. Not a double play.
Now batting, number 16, Luke Lipsy.
A tricky ball for sure for the second baseman, Blake Evans. We thought he would catch it on a line, but he was smart enough to let it bounce in order to attempt the double play. Meanwhile, Drew Coley was able to advance towards third. So there's runners on the corners here with 2 men down as Luke Lipsius digs in. Fastball on the outer half, caught a strike. It's 0-1. Charlie Harrigan awaits on deck for the Saints. It's now 0-2. Throw back over towards first base. It slips away from the glove of the first baseman. Scoring on the play from third base is Drew Coley. Should have been a routine play there for Caleb Denny, but for one reason or another, it just snuck out of his glove, rolled a few feet away from him, but far enough for the runner, Drew Coley, who was very alert at the time to run down the line and score. 5-3 ball game here in the top half of the third inning. Lipsius looking to continue the party as on the play heading towards second was Morgan Allen. He'll go ahead and reset. Such aggressive base running on both sides for today's ball game. Kudos to the OC Riptide bat boy. He's putting in a lot of work as the 0-2 is on the outer half, a few inches off the black. It's 1-2. The 1-2 pitch is a pitch out. First pitch out all game long that we've seen for the Riptide. Not a bad decision there by Tanner King on the mound and his catcher Connor Aoki. Ryder Lamb, the bat boy for the Orange County Riptide. That kid's a stud, man. Really nice young kid. He's definitely, you gotta love what he's doing out there. Seeing some of the best talent in the country and being up close and personal. Pitch was swung on and missed for strike 3 as we head towards the bottom half of the third inning. 5-3 in favor of the Riptide. Bottom half of the third inning, Andre Antone steps in to go ahead and lead things off for the Riptide. Antone out of UC Irvine. Very, very, very close by. The 1-0 pitch is swung on and missed, even up the count at 1-1. Bottom third, 5-3 ball game. The Riptide and the Arroyo Seco Saints. It'll be Antone, Daniel Jung, and Connor Aoki this half inning. The 1-2 pitch runs way inside. As a matter of fact, so inside that it went behind the batter, Andre Antone. Man, that was a funky pitch for sure. Pitch is on the outer half. It swung on and missed for strike 3. Antone on the play was trying to make sure whether or not he may have tipped the ball, I believe.
Now batting from Notre Dame, number 11, Daniel Jung.
It's a new pitcher on the mound for the Saints. That's Luis Ramirez. Pitch runs inside. Ramirez out of Commerce, California. He's committed to Long Beach State. Chop towards the right side. Hit towards the left side, out of the reach of the shortstop. That's a 1-out single off the bat of Daniel Jung.
Now batting from Binghamton, number 19, Connor Aoki.
Connor Aoki digs in. He's been a busy man behind the plate for the Riptide. As I've mentioned throughout the ballgame, base running has definitely played a huge role. And we are only in the bottom half of the third inning, so the possibilities are endless, huh? Right-hander delivers on the outer half, taking for a ball. It's 1-0. Connor Aoki had a 2 RBI double during the bottom half of the first inning. Joshua Solomon awaits on deck. At one point, the Riptide led 4-0. Then became 4-1, then 5-1, and now we're sitting here at 5-3. 6 hits, 5 runs for Orange County, 3 hits, 3 runs for the Saints. Also 2 throwing errors for the Riptide. The 1-1 pitch runs inside for a ball. It's now 2 balls and 1 strike. We started off the ball game with Grant Young for the Saints. There goes the runner. Throw down towards second. Is going to head towards shallow center field. The center fielder throws down towards third. And there we go. Daniel Jung, a busy man indeed, made it all the way towards third base on that stolen base attempt towards second. Way outside. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes now. Ramirez looks down the barrel to get a sign. The full count pitch towards the left side. The third baseman has to get past his glove. Not too sure what happened there. I was sure that he had a play. Quite frankly, I think it just got right past him and didn't even make contact with his glove.
Now batting from Colombia, number 4, Josh Solomon.
We're scoring that one an error. Yeah, I mean, not too sure what happened there with Drew Coley. He was positioned well to make the play, but it got right past his glove. He didn't even make contact with the ball. Snowballs and 1 strike here to Joshua Solomon. Connor Aoki leads off of first base. Blake Evans awaits on deck. Ramirez delivers the pitch. That's towards the inner half. It's now at a 6-3 ball game here in the bottom half of the third inning. There goes the runner. Hit and run works out nicely for the Riptide as that falls in for a base hit down the right field line. On his way towards third standing, Connor Aoki runners down the corners with 1 man down for Blake Evans.
Now batting from Georgia Southern, number 15, Blake Evans.
Blake Evans digs in. He flew out towards center field his first time up. Pitch travels way outside. It's 1-0. We've played almost an hour and 40 minutes of baseball. And we still have not even wrapped up 3 innings. That's a chopper going up the middle. The second baseman will make a tough play, throw over towards first. In time, says the first base umpire. It was bang, bang for sure. Nonetheless, on the play, Connor Aoki comes in to score.
Now batting from UT Arlington, number 2, Connor Obi.
Connor Obi digs in. He's a perfect 2 for 2 in today's matchup. A single, a double, 2 stolen bases. Has run number 8 out at second for the Riptide. Takes a fastball on the outer black, called a strike. It's 0-1. Joshua Solomon aboard at second base. Solomon reached on a single. Pitch runs inside. It's now 1 ball and 1 strike. Carson Matthews awaits on deck. Once again, Connor Obi out of UT Arlington. Obi hit .354. Wow. 2019. Slapped foul towards the right side. Had only 4 home runs last season, so Not the biggest of bats, but he's definitely very efficient at the plate, which is why you see him at the top of the lineup. There goes the runner. Slider swung on and missed for strike three, and there goes the inning. The Riptide bring 2 additional runs across the plate. It's a 7-3 ball game as we head to the top half of the 4th inning. Jonathan Ortiz, voice of the Orange County Riptide. Thank you for joining us for today's broadcast. Justin Lewis is newly integrated into the ballgame here in the top half of the 4th inning. Charlie Harrigan leading things off here for the Saints. You may have remembered Justin Lewis had that very, I would say, iconic at-bat our last ball game here against the San Luis Obispo Blues, I believe. It was a rough game for us, and he got an at-bat in the 9th inning. And more context behind why he actually had an opportunity at the plate. So apparently prior to the game, he had a deal with head coach Clemente Bonilla as the pitch is lined towards the left side, but right into the glove of the third baseman Andre Antone for the first out of the inning. And the agreement was this. He said, if we are either up by 11 or down by 11, you'll get an at-bat. And, well, it was all laid out for him. Justin Lewis got an opportunity down by 11 runs to get a hack at the plate. And, boy, did he make a memory out of it for sure. 1 ball and no strikes. Pitch is swung on and missed. It's 1-1. So many things had to happen for Justin Lewis to get an at-bat that night. 11 runs in particular. But it came into fruition. That is beyond impressive. Destiny had it in him. One ball and 2 strikes. Remember during a game in high school, our first baseman, he was awfully slow. So I made a bet that I thought was, more so just going to be for fun because it was almost impossible for him to hold up his end of the bargain. But I told him, hey, if you hit a triple in your next at-bat, I'll treat you out for dinner. And what happens? He hits a triple. It's amazing. It's ridiculous. The game of baseball is so unpredictable. The 2-2 on the inner half, well located. Nice movement for strike 3. Throw it around the horn, Connor Aoki. 2 men down this half inning.
Now batting, number 33, Thomas McCarthy.
Thomas McCarthy digs in now. McCarthy had an RBI single in the second inning. 2 men down here in the top of the 4th. Started off the ballgame with Tanner King, now in the hands of Justin Lewis. Pitches on the inner half. Pitch is fouled back towards the netting. Texas Tech. Lewis on the mound is currently at Texas Tech University, though he did not pitch last season. This upcoming year should be a huge opportunity for him. Was out last season with a labrum surgery. That's ripped out towards right field. Dylan Rock is there. He'll make the play. And a nice 1-2-3 inning for Justin Lewis. We'll head towards the bottom half of the 4th inning. It's a 7-3 ball game in favor of your Orange County Riptide. Carson Matthews opens things up here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. It's 1 ball and no strikes. 7-3 ball game in favor of the Orange County Riptide. Ramirez back on the mound for the Saints. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Dylan Rock waits on deck. Caleb Denny in the hole. Ground ball towards the left side. The third baseman has to eat him up. Popped out of his glove. He's had a rough day over at third base. Drew Coley definitely looking to keep those errors passing. It's now 3 errors charged to the Saints. Dylan Rock with an opportunity here. He walked in stolen base in the first inning. He's 1 for 2. Pitch is in the dirt on the outer half for a ball. It's 1-0. Caleb Denny awaits on deck. The Riptide have scored in all 3 innings thus far. 7 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors. 3 runs, 3 hits, 3 errors. For the Saints, there goes the runner. Pitch is slapped foul towards the right side. I remember last game, Don was our scoreboard operator, and he whispered to me, yeah, Clemente loves to run. And Don, I took your words, I internalized them, and man, everything has definitely proven you right. It's almost as if every base runner has taken off at least once. Seriously. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Ramirez delivers. There's a bluff by the runner. Pitch is on the outer half. It's now 1-2. The 1-2 pitch in the dirt. Blocked nicely by Thomas McCarthy, preventing the runner from advancing. Dylan Rock is hitting .462 on the season for the Riptide. The runner heads towards second base. He'll get there safely. Stolen base for Carson Matthews. Dylan Rock came in leading the team in batting average with .462. 1 RBI. Leading the team in home runs. According to the CCL website, as a runner down towards third base is finally nabbed. It's Caleb Denny, according to the website, who is leading the team in home runs.
Now batting from Arkansas, number 14, Caleb Denny.
And sure enough, he's at the plate. 2 men down this half inning. Pitch is on the outer half. So no balls and 1 strike. There's a different dynamic to a day baseball game. Swung on and missed. It's no balls and 2 strikes now. Andre Antonio waits on deck. Luis Ramirez delivers. Fastball misses. 1 ball and 2 strikes. We have a right-hander getting loose and warm in the bullpen for the Riptide. Count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Orange County looking to improve to 2-2 on the season. The Saints looking to improve to 3-1. Pitch slapped foul. Andrew Boves warming up in the bullpen for Orange County. The 2-2 pitch, swung on and missed for strike 3. So perhaps that was the quickest full inning of the ball game we've had thus far. We head to the top of the 5th inning. It's a 7-3 score in favor of the Riptide. Oscar Serratos digs in here in the top half of the fifth inning. Justin Lewis out for his second inning of work. Pitch misses just outside. It's 2-0. It'll be Serratos, Coley, and Watari this half inning for the Saints. Lewis delivers the pitch, it runs inside. It's called a strike. It's 2-1. Andrew Bove still warming up in the bullpen for Orange County. Perhaps the final inning, for Justin Lewis. This one's ripped out, hit well and deep towards the left field fence. Going back, the left fielder, Daniel Jung, he'll make the play right in front of the track. Loud first out of the top half of the fifth inning.
Now batting, number 21, Drew Cowley.
Drew Coley digs in now. He singled his last time up. He's 1 for 1. 7-3 ball game in favor of the Orange County Riptide. We're in the top half of the fifth inning, 1 man down. One ball and no strikes. You want to know is a ground ball hit weakly towards the right side. The second baseman is there, 2 men down. Justin Lewis having a very nice outing thus far. Has yet to surrender a hit, 5 straight outs for him.
Now batting, number 1, Justin Watari.
As Justin Watari digs in. Watari looking to avoid the hat trick, has 2 strikeouts already. He'll do so there. That's towards the left side. The left fielder will have to trap it, but then it goes ahead to bounce over his glove. Watari's on his way towards second. The throw down is not in time. We'll score that one a hit. As Morgan Allen digs in now.
Number 20, Morgan Allen.
First hit of the ballgame surrendered for Justin Lewis on the mound. Pitch is outside. It's 1-0. Watari leads off a second. He reached on a double. Pitch is tipped into the catcher's glove. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. We'll do it again. It's 1-2 now. The 1-2. High fastball above the chest. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2:02 the time. Pitch runs inside, chopped foul. Two and 2 pitch towards the left side. Throw over to first. Good attempt by Andre Antone. And I was sure that the runner had made it down the line safely. I was 100% sure. But Morgan Allen is called out by the first base umpire. And it's fair to say that the Riptide catch a break there. Bottom fifth, 7-3. Out of use here, Irvine, Andre, Anton leads things off here in the bottom half of the fifth inning. Ground ball towards the left side. The shortstop is there. Throw over to first. Nice play for the first out of the inning.
Now batting from Notre Dame, number 11, Daniel Jung.
Daniel Jung digs in, and I've got a trivia question for you. So, the Riptide once had a head coach who was the brother of a current Major League Baseball player. What was the name of that head coach, and who was his brother? And more so, who is his brother? 1 ball and no strikes. Connor Aoki awaits on deck. 7-3 ball game here in the bottom half of the fifth inning. Nubler foul towards the right side. The 1-1 pitch, way outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Grant Young opened up the ballgame for the Saints. Tanner King opened up the ballgame for the Riptide. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 man down. Ramirez delivers the pitch. Fouled off once again. And that's another thing to strongly consider due to the fact that the game has been going by fairly slow. There have been a ton of foul balls. Count is even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ramirez delivers. Pitch fouled off once again. So if you believe in a broadcaster's jinx, there it is. The 2-2. Did he go? No, he did not, says the third base umpire. Jung is 1 for 2 with a single. Aoki on the on-deck circle. The full count pitch Hit out towards right center field. Going back to center fielder, the right fielder as well. They'll play this one. As a matter of fact, it goes ahead to hop over the fence for a ground rule double.
Now batting from Binghamton, number 19, Connor Aoki.
Connor Aoki digs in now for the Riptide. One out doubtable for Daniel Jung as he's aboard at second base. Aoki had a 2 RBI double in the first inning. He then reached on an error in the third. He's 1 for 2. Takes a pitch on the outer half that's taken for a ball. It's 1-0. Ramirez is approaching pitch number 50. Once again, he's out of Commerce, California, and committed to Cal State Long Beach. I'll also be going to Cal State Long Beach myself in the fall. Pitch is swung on and missed. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Check that, it's actually no balls and 2 strikes. Righty on righty matchup. Ramirez delivers towards the left side. The shortstop is there. Serratos has it pop out of his glove, so there's surf everywhere. That is the 4th error of the ball game for the Saints. Once again, a trivia question is, what Riptide
from Columbia, number 4, Josh Solomon,
head coach was related to a current Major League Baseball player? Who was the coach and who was the player? So Joshua Solomon digs in. He has runners on first and second with only 1 man down. Pitch is in the dirt for a ball. It's 1-0. Blake Evans awaits on deck. 7-3 ball game here in the bottom half of the 5th inning in favor of the Orange County Riptide. Once again, we thank you for joining us for today's broadcast. 1 ball and no strikes. Ramirez takes a peek towards second. Hesitates, throws over. That's it, right back up the middle. Good piece of hitting there by Joshua Solomon. Strong throw to the plate, but that one brings the catcher off the line. And that's an RBI single off the bat of Joshua Solomon to extend the Riptide lead to 5. 8-3 ball game here in the top half, or more so the bottom half of the 5th inning.
Southern, number 15, Blake Evans.
It's 1 ball and no strikes. Aoki at third, Solomon at first, Blake Evans at the plate, Connor Obi on deck. The Riptide have now scored in every inning but the 4th. Chopper, the pitcher, is there. He'll throw over to first. On the play, advancing towards second base, Joshua Solomon. Connor Obi with runners in scoring position and 2 men down, 2 up.
Arlington, number 2, Connor Obi.
Isaiah Ramos warming up in the Arroyo Seco pen. And we'll have a meeting on the mound. We'll take a short break. Third and second, 2 men down for Connor Obi. He takes a strike on the outer half, 0-1. Carson Matthews awaits on deck. 8-3 ball game here, bottom of the 5th inning. The 0-1 pitch is fouled. 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 men down. The pitch to Obi, swung on and missed for strike 3. To the top of the 6th we go. 8-3 ball game in favor of your OC Riptide. New pitcher on the mound for the Riptide, that's Andrew. New pitcher on the mound for the Riptide, that's Andrew Boves. Has not decided yet where he will continue his playing career. Delivers a first pitch strike. Nolan Tressler at the plate. It's now 0-2. It'll be Tressler, Lipsius, and Harrigan this half inning for the Saints. Top 6, 8-3 ball game in favor of your Orange County Riptide. Boves redshirted in 2019 for the University of Pittsburgh. The 1-2, good pitch, swung on and missed for strike 3. Throw around the horn, Connor Aoki, 1 man down. You know, I'd really like to know where the term red shirt came from in regards to players sitting out with either, an injury or some academic situation in their respective schools. Pitch runs inside. It actually hit our umpire on the mask First reflected off the glove of Aoki and then off the mask.
Was that strike?
Yeah. No. Slapped foul towards the left side. You got to love the guys here in the booth. I'm going to have an answer for you in the bottom half of the 6th inning as to where the term redshirted derived from. On the inner half, it's now 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 man down. Pitch swung on and missed for strike 3. Throw it around the horn, Connor Aoki. Back-to-back strikeouts for Bo Vase on the mound.
Now batting number 10, Charlie Harrigan.
Charlie Harrigan digs in now. Harrigan sacrificed in the 2nd inning. Lined out towards third base in the 4th. 2 men down, that's popped up towards the center of the diamond. The third baseman is there. And a nice 1-2-3 inning for Bo Vase on the mound. Spectacular indeed. Back-to-back strikeouts and a pop-out. We head to the bottom half of the 6th inning. 8-3 OC Riptide. Bottom of the 6th inning. Strike on the outer blank at 2-1. Carson Matthews leads things off. So let me tell you a little bit more about the term redshirt. So apparently, in college football, during team practices on the field, those who were injured wore red jerseys to indicate to players that they should, in the simplest form, not be touched whatsoever. They can participate in certain aspects of in practice, but actually engage in contact was a no-no for them. Therefore, they wore these red jerseys to indicate that they were out of the whole mix. So, when you redshirt in baseball, it's the same thing. You can participate, you still travel with the team, you may go ahead and include yourself in some aspects of practice, but to really integrate yourself as a whole, you're not allowed to. Therefore, that's where the term derives from. There we go. That's hit towards the left side. Leadoff single off the bat of Carson Matthews.
Now batting from UT San Antonio, number 22, Dylan Rock.
Dylan Rock digs in now. And the answer to our trivia question, by the way, it was which major league or which Riptide head coach had a brother who played in the major leagues. What was the coach's name and who is the brother? So the coach's name was Tiger Peterson. His brother is Jock Peterson, the outfielder for the Los Angeles Dodgers. He coached for us in, I believe, 2016. Or actually 2017. The Riptide won the CCO championship that year. Time is called. Ramirez remains on the mound for the Saints. Isaiah Ramos still getting loose and warm in the bullpen for Royal Seco. The 0-1 gets away from the catcher. So on his way towards second is Carson Matthews. Head off the chest protector of Thomas McCarthy. Eight to 3 ball game here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Caleb Denny awaits on deck. Carson Matthews reached on a single. Chopper towards the left side. Serratos is there. Throw to first. 6-3. One away.
Now batting from Arkansas, number 14, Caleb Denny.
Out of Arkansas, Caleb Denny digs in. Pitch is swung on and missed. No balls and 1 strike. It's 1-1. Andrew Antone waits on deck. 1-1 runs inside. It's 2 balls and 1 strike. 10 hits, 8 runs, 2 errors for the Riptide. 4 hits, 3 runs, 4 errors for the Saints. It was the scheduled 12 p.m. start time for today's matchup. We did have somewhat of a 10-minute delay because of field conditions. The outfield playing fairly deep. Then he's got some good power in his bat. The 3-1 pitch. Ball 4. Andrew Anton at the plate. Singled his first time up. That was a 2 RBI single in particular. In the 3rd inning, he struck out, and then in the 5th, he grounded out to a short.
Now batting from UC Irvine, number 30, Andre Antone.
Antone out of the University of Irvine. Ball and no strikes. Flight out towards right field. Charlie Harrigan is there. There'll be a player at the plate. Here we go. The throw is not even close. Wow. That's a good set of wheels from Carson Matthews. And coming down the line, he was huffing and puffing. Just the hustle you'd like to see of your head coach, Clemente Bonilla.
Now batting from Notre Dame, number 11, Daniel Jung.
Daniel Jung digs in now. A lot of Notre Dame. It's in there for a strike. 1-1. Or 0-1 rather. Jung hit a comebacker his first time up. Then singled in the third and doubled in the fifth. Tips this one foul. The catcher Connor Aoki awaits on deck. Caleb Denny leading off of first base. He reached on a walk. 9-3 ball game here in the bottom half of the sixth inning. Luis Ramirez delivers, pitch way outside and in the dirt. It's now 1-2. This game is on pace to be the longest home game of the season thus far for the Riptide. Rip towards the right side. It'll fall in for a base hit. Rounding the bag at second. On his way towards third is Caleb Denny. 2-out single off the bat of Connor Aoki. Or check that. That's actually Daniel Jung. Time is called as catcher Connor Aoki is taking off his knee pads.
Now batting from Binghamton, number 19, Connor Aoki.
Runners on the corners with 2 men down for Connor Aoki. Foul towards the right side and out of play. The 0-1 pitch trickles away from the catcher, but not far enough for the runners to advance. Count is even at 1 ball and 1 strike. So now it's 5 out of 6 innings that the Riptide have scored in. There goes a runner from first. McCarthy does not attempt to throw. So now both runners in scoring position for Connor Aoki. The 2-1 pitch gets away from the catcher, but it hits far enough for the backstop. Ricochets back into his glove. He applies a tag at the plate, so all things work out quite well for Thomas McCarthy, who does it himself. Top of the 7th inning, 9-3, Riptide. Top of the 7th inning. Boves back on the mound for the Riptide. First pitch swinging, it's 0-1. Boves had a really good half inning during the top of the 6th. Back-to-back strikeouts and a pop-up. Nicholas Pagan now at the plate for the Saints. 9-3 ball game here in the top half of the 7th inning. Pitch is above the chest for a ball. It's 2-1. Started off the ball game with Tanner King, then switched over to Justin Lewis. Popped up. First baseman calls for it. 1 away. It's now Andrew Bovis on the mound for the Riptide. Thomas McCarthy digs in now for Arroyo Seco. Had an RBI single in the 7th inning, then flew out towards right field his last time up. Takes the pitch in the dirt for a ball. It's 1-0. Oscar Serratos awaits on deck. One man down this half inning. Outside fastball. It's now 2 balls and no strikes. Lovely day here at Orange County Great Park Stadium. In there for a strike, 2-1. We see a lot of Little League action going on in the fields around us. 2 balls and 1 strike, 1 man down. Boves delivers. Pitch is swung on and missed. It's now 2-2. Boves has yet to surrender a hit. Has retired all 4 of the hitters he's faced thus far. Count is full at 3-2. We see a right-hander getting loose and warm in the bullpen for Orange County. We see, I believe, a left-hander in the bullpen for the Saints. Here's the pitch. Trails outside for ball 4. First base runner surrendered by Boves.
At third base for the Orange County Riptide, number 18, Nick Casaretti. Now batting, number 3, Oscar Serratos.
Oscar Serratos digs in, and we have a defensive substitution for the Riptide. Out at third base, Nick Casaretti, taking the place of Andre Antone. Aoki and Bovis with a brief meeting on the mound, making sure they're both on the same page. Thomas McCarthy leading off at first base. He reached on a walk. 9-3 score here in the top half of the 7th inning, 1 man down. The Arroyo Seco Saints and the Orange County Riptide. Ground ball towards the left side, backhanded by the shortstop. Throw to second for 1. On to first, not in time. Nice backhanded stop by Carson Matthews. Carson Matthews, pardon me. Had the throw been on time at first, it would have been pointless because it got underneath the glove of Caleb Denny. Drew Coley digs in now. Singled his first time up, then grounded out towards second base in the 5th inning. New pitcher on the mound for the Riptide, and we'll take a short break. Colin Townsend now on the mound for the Riptide. Played for us last season. He's 6 feet tall, 175 pounds. Out of San Juan Capistrano, California, he attended J. Serra High School. And hey, Riptide fans, do you want to go ahead and help our team even more as the throw down towards second base is applied? I'm not too sure what happened because I saw our second baseman put his hands up as the throw was coming. Not too sure why, but a strong throw behind the plate nonetheless. And as I was saying, yeah, if you guys are interested in helping out our team and you happen to have a spare bed, why not become a host family for the Orange County Riptide baseball players or for a Orange County Riptide baseball player this summer? College baseball players come to Orange County from all over the country and need a place to stay while playing here. The Riptide has a few more out-of-state players arriving and need housing for the season. If you want to find out more and see how you can help, go ahead and send us a direct message via Twitter, and we'll be in contact with you. Thank you very much. New pitcher on the mound for the Saints, that is Isaiah Ramos. He's a criminal justice major. He previously attended Rio Hondo College, currently at the University of Antelope Valley. Also out of Monrovia, California. 5'11", 175 pounds. In 2019, he posted a 5.04 ERA. 2 balls and no strikes. So yeah, Riptide fans, if you can go ahead and help us out, if you have a spare bed for us, we would love to go ahead and make the summer a pleasant experience for one of our players alongside yourself. And like I said, if you think that's a possibility for you, go ahead and send us a message on Twitter. Our Twitter handle is at OC Riptide. At OC Riptide. Bottom half of the 7th inning, pitch is on the inner half. It's taken for a ball. Joshua Solomon at the plate. 9-3 ball game here. Bottom of the 7th inning in favor of your Orange County Riptide. On the outer block, called a strike. This time it's 1-1. Once again, we thank you for joining us for today's broadcast. We are beyond thankful for being a part of your Sunday afternoon. Pitch is in the dirt. It's now 2-1. Blake Evans awaits on deck for Orange County. Isaiah Ramos now on the mound for Arroyo Seco. The 3-1 to Solomon. Caught a strike at the knees. Count is full. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Misses way outside for ball 4. Solomon reaches base for the 3rd time today. He has a pair of singles, a strikeout, and now a walk. Also an RBI.
Now batting from Georgia Southern, number 15, Blake Evans.
And out of Georgia Southern University, Blake Evans has only one official at-bat, has 2 sacrifices, one of those being a sacrifice ground out. Connor Roby awaits on deck. It's a lefty-on-lefty matchup. Way outside for a ball. It's 1-0. Wind definitely starting to pick up here, blowing out towards right field. Nice breeze on a warm sunny day here in Irvine, California. The 1-0 pitch is hit towards the right side. The second baseman has no choice but to go only to first. Connor Roby digs in now with a runner in scoring position and 2 men down.
Number 2, Connor Roby.
Obi singled his first time up, then doubled. In the 3rd and 5th inning, he has struck out. So he's 2 for 4. Ramos delivers on the inner half for a ball. It's 1-0. Two balls and no strikes. Popped up behind the plate, out of play. The 2-1 pitch towards the left side, hooks foul. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 men down, 9-3, bottom of the 7th inning. Solomon out at second base for Orange County. Isaiah Ramos takes a peek back, delivers a pitch in the dirt. Full count, 3-2. Ramos out of Monrovia, California. Prior to Antelope Valley, he attended Rio Hondo College. It's ball 4. So Carson Matthews digs in now. He flew out towards center his first time up.
Number 5, Carson Matthews.
Then had an RBI sacrifice flyout in the 2nd inning. Raced on an error in the 4th, and then singled in the 6th. It's no balls and 1 strike. Dylan Rockaway's on deck. Caleb Denny in the hole. The Riptide have scored in every inning but 1, which was the bottom half of the 4th. So far, our scoreline is looking 4-1-2, 0-1-1. Hit towards the right side in foul territory. The first baseman runs out of room. And there's something you'll see all too often. We saw the home plate umpire throw a ball towards the pitcher, and he has a pretty good arm on him. Quite impressed. You typically see him hand the ball to the catcher, and the catcher doesn't work, but the home plate umpire said, "Let me show off my gun." Here's the 1-2 pitch towards right center field. That'll fall in for a base hit. Rounding the bag on his way home is Joshua Solomon. At second is our guy Carson Matthews. RBI double. And the Riptide have now scored in 6 out of the 7 innings.
Now batting from UT San Antonio, number 22, Dylan Dylan Rock.
So Dylan Rock looking to continue the party for the Riptide. Runners on third and second base with 2 men down. 7-run lead in favor of Orange County. 10-3 score. No balls and 1 strike. Nick Maserati awaits on deck. Or Casaretti, rather. Pitch comes back. Luckily for Dylan Rock, he turned his back towards the mound as it came back to hit him.
Now batting from the University of Dubuque, number 18, Nick Casaretti.
Nick Casaretti digs in. Integrated into the ballgame during the top half of the 7th inning as a defensive substitution for Andre Antone. Bases are loaded for him with 2 men down. The left-hander delivers at the chest, taken for a ball. It's 1-0. Isaiah Ramos on the mound for the Saints. The Riptide just looking to pile it on here on Arroyo Seco. Here's a 1-0 count. Way inside. 2 balls and no strikes. That pitch wasn't even close. Here's the 2-0 pitch. It's now 2-1. Pitch runs inside. It's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch, way outside. The count is full. Casaretti with a big opportunity to, well, I wouldn't say run away with the ball game because it's fair to say that the Riptide have already done that. They're lead by 7. But the chance to really deteriorate the confidence even more here for the Saints. He takes ball 4. That'll bring in a run.
Now batting from UC Irvine, number 30, Andre Antone.
Andre Antone digs in. Bases are loaded. 8-run lead for Orange County. The left-hander delivers a pitch. That's in there for a strike. It's now 1-1. The left-hander Ramos delivers. Hits the outer block. It's now 1-2. Ramos looks down the barrel to get a sign. The young left-hander delivers a pitch, swung on and missed for strike 3. But the Riptide do bring 2 across the plate. 11-3. Top of the 8th inning. First pitch strike. 0-1. And Drew Boves back on the mound for Orange County. Check that. That's actually Colin Townsend. He was inserted into the ballgame during the 7th inning. So in high school at J. Sarah, Townsend he posted a 2.45 ERA with 21 strikeouts and 21 appearances. He also hit .469. As a freshman, he won the Charlie Hustle Award. Well, at least that's an award category that he would defeat Manny Machado in. Drew Coley at the plate. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Townsend looks down the barrel to get a sign. Delivers the 1-2. That's tipped foul. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. It is 3 p.m. Almost 3 complete hours of baseball. – 11-3 ball game here in the top of the 8th inning. Pitch is in the dirt. It'll be Drew Coley. Justin Wateri and Morgan Allen. The 2-2. Hit up the middle. And my goodness. Oh, man. What a stop there by Colin Townsend on the mound. Everyone held their breath. Frankly, I did not believe that he had caught the ball. I was expecting to see the ball in the air. Initially, I thought it hit off his chest or his shoulder. But, man, what a lovely, spectacular play. And I'll tell you, that one went ahead to wake up everyone in the ballpark. The pitch to Wateri. Caught a strike, 2-2. Morgan Allen awaits on deck. 11 runs, 12 hits, 2 errors for the Riptide. 3 runs, 4 hits, 4 errors for the Saints. Top of the 8th inning. The 0-2. Outer half for a ball. It's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch. Slapped foul towards the left side. Townsend delivers. Grounded towards the right side. Evans is there.
Now batting, number 20, Morgan Allen.
Morgan Allen at the plate. On the inner half, caught a strike. It's 0-1. So the Riptide bullpen has done a very nice job today, holding the Saints to only 3 runs. Towards the left side, was supposed to be a backhanded stop by Kaz Reddy, but it ate him up. We'll see how that one is scored. It'll be a hit, according to Ryan Ferron.
No.
Am I saying your last name correctly?
No.
How do I say it? All right, Ryan Farron. I apologize. Once again, Ryan is a stud. If you guys want to go ahead check him out, Instagram Ryan Farron, just like that. He knows it all. He really, really does. Townsend delivers above the chest for a ball. It's 1-0. There goes the runner. Throw down to second from Aoki. In time to get him. Strong throw by the catcher. A very discontent Arroyo Seco dugout. Bottom of the 8th, 11-3 Riptide. Daniel Jung leads things off for the Riptide here, bottom of the 8th inning. Murray Krause warming up in the bullpen for Orange County. Pitches in the dirt for a ball. It's 1-0. Two balls and no strikes. Let's see how much longer the Riptide can continue this trend. They have scored in 6 of the 7 innings we've played. Can they make it 7 of 8? Because, of course, by the looks of things, they would not have an at-bat during the bottom of the 9th inning. And we surely hope they don't. That's popped up towards the right side in foul territory. The first baseman runs out of room. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Jung. Connor Aoki awaits on deck. Joshua Solomon in the hole. That's hit out towards center field. Coming in the center fielder on his horse. You'll have to play this one on a hop. 4th hit of the ball game for Daniel Jung. 3 singles, 1 double.
Now batting from Binghamton, number 19, Connor Aoki.
Connor Aoki digs in now. 2 RBI double in the 1st. Reached on an error in the 3rd. Reached on an error in the 5th. Popped up in the 7th. Outside pitch, it's 1-0. Joshua Solomon on deck. 11-3 Riptide lead here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Pitch runs inside. It's swung on and missed. It's now 1 ball and 1 strike. Ramos delivers towards the left side. Taylor made for 2 on a second for 1. On to first. Double play. 6-4-3. Joshua Solomon digs in now.
Now batting from Columbia, number 4, Josh Solomon.
Solomon struck out his first time up. Singled in the 3rd. Singled in the 5th. Walked in the 7th. Reached base 3 out of his 4 times at the plate. That's in there for a strike. It's 0-1. Count even at 1-1. One and one pitch misses way outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Count even at 2-2. We have noticed that the home plate umpire strike zone has expanded quite a bit. And you can't really blame him, man. It must be a tough job being behind the plate, especially on a sunny day like this, and when the game is going for longer than you expected it to. Count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 men down in the inning. 11-3, bottom of the 8th in favor of your Orange County Riptide. Murray Krause warming up in the bullpen. Pitch is in the dirt. Count is full, 3-2. Blake Evans awaits on deck for Orange County. By the looks of things, the Riptide will improve to 2-2 on the season. The Saints will fall to 2-2. Pitch is taken for ball 4.
Now batting from Georgia Southern, number 15, Blake Evans.
Out of Georgia Southern University, Blake Evans digs in. Pitch runs inside, almost hits Evans on the elbow. We've had a 1-hit batter this ball game. That was Dylan Rock. It was hit on the back. Hit towards the left side. The shortstop keeps it in front of him. Long throw over. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Oscar Cerrados didn't come up with it cleanly, but did a nice job of keeping it in front of him, and he showed off a very strong arm. To the top of the 9th inning. Let's close it out. Let's go home. Let's take a nice cold shower. 11-3 in favor of the Riptide. To the top of the ninth inning, we go to close things out here from Orange County Great Park Stadium. Murray Krause now taking the mound for the Riptide. He's 6'3", 200 pounds, out of Dana Point, California, as this first pitch is hit out towards left field and will fall in for a base hit. Krause is out of Dana Hills High School, currently attends the University of Southern California, otherwise known as USC. Defensive substitution for the Riptide. In place of Connor Obie in center field, Chris Aubert takes his place. Hit out towards the left side and out of play. Luke Lipsius at the plate. There he goes, the runner. Aoki was ready to throw, but the ball almost left his glove, so he'll have to heat it up. The one pitch. Ball and 2 strikes now. Krause an econ major at USC. His sports hero is Felix Hernandez. Pitches out in the outer half. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Here's the 2-2 pitch. On the outer half, just misses the block for a ball. As a freshman, Krause posted a 4.50 ERA, throwing a total of 20 innings as he steps off the rubber. Pitch is popped foul behind the plate. Leaves the field of play. Charlie Harrigan awaits on deck. The full count pitch. Broken bat towards the right side and out of play. We'll do it again at 3 balls and 2 strikes. 11-3, top half of the 9th inning. Once again, we are truly grateful to have you joining us for today's matchup featuring your Orange County Riptide and the Royal Seiko Saints. That's hit out towards right field. The right fielder plays it on a hop. They'll play it station to station. Runners on the corners with no men down for Nicholas Pagan.
Now batting, number 10, Charlie Harrigan.
That's right. That's actually Charlie Harrigan due up. In there for a strike, 2-1. The Riptide will actually travel to Arroyo Seco on Tuesday, 6:05 p.m. start time for them. The Arroyo Seco Saints provide their own live broadcast of the game, which can be found on YouTube Live, so check it out then. We'll be right back here for Wednesday and Thursday. Wednesday, a matchup against the Foresters, and Thursday, a matchup against the Barons. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Misses high. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Kraus delivers. Count remains 1-2. We started off the ball game with Tanner King. We've seen Tanner King, Andrew Bovis, Justin Lewis, and now Mary Krause. 4 pitchers sold on the ball game for the Riptide. The 1-2, just missing outside. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nicholas Pagano waits on deck. The 2-2 pitch, swung on and missed for strike 3. Fastball on the outer half.
Now batting, number 34, Nicholas Pagano.
Pagan is 0 for 3 in today's matchup. Thomas McCarthy awaits now on deck. Krause would have loved to induce a ground ball for a double play as the pitch is in there for a strike. 2-1 the count. It's now 0-2. Eleven runs, 13 hits, 2 errors for Orange County. 3 runs, 7 hits, 4 errors for the Saints. That's hit back towards the pitcher. He'll throw over to first. The runner's breaking towards the plate, and the home plate umpire says that he snuck underneath the tag. I saw it on his back. He'll look out from here, but the home plate umpire has a final call. It's an 11-4 ball game now in favor of the Riptide. Aggressive play coming down the line from Nolan Tressler, but it worked out fine for him. McCarthy at the plate till he takes the ball in the dirt. 1-0 the count. One ball and 1 strike. One pitch drops below the knees. Caught a strike nonetheless. Krause 1 strike away from sealing this W for the Riptide. 1-2. Ground ball towards the left side. The shortstop is there. Matthews throws across the diamond. Not in time. Ball gets out of the glove of Caleb Denny. And to score comes a runner from third. 11-5.
Now batting number 3, Oscar Serratos.
Oscar Serratos digs in. 11-5 ball game here, top of the ninth. Hit foul towards the right side and out of play. No balls and 1 strike. Runs inside to even it up. Which swung on and missed 1-2. Carlos gets the sign. The young right-hander delivers. Inside fastball to even it up, 2-2. Pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. The tag is applied. And the ball game is over. The Orange County Riptide improved to 2-2 on the season. The Saints fall to 2-2. The final line for today's matchup: 11 runs, 13 hits, 3 errors for the Riptide. 5 runs, 7 hits, 4 errors for the Saints. We thank you very much for joining us for today's broadcast. Remember, we'll be right back here on Wednesday, and we'll also have a game after Wednesday on Thursday. It's been truly a pleasure. Thank you for joining us for your Sunday afternoon. Jonathan Ortiz signing off. We wish you a very pleasant rest of your Sunday evening. Thank you very much.